Hello and good evening. Here I am again with another story, another reading of a famous writer's work, a very popular writer's work. Today I have this book in my hands. This is named Hills and Lakes, and it says it's a novel. And the writer is the well-known Satbir Chadda. We all know Satbir Chadda is a very good poet, and not only is she a very good poet, she is also a very good novelist. And this is one of her novels, a novel which is like a collection of different stories about different people, and it delves into the problems of people, into the characters of people, how people are different. They are not what they seem, and you wonder whether people are really what they present themselves as. The protagonist of the novel is Satya, who is a sleuth, a detective of sorts, and she solves the problems of the various people that she meets in her life. And these are narrated here by the sleuth herself. That means Satya, she is narrating the whole thing. In a way, it's a collection of different stories, and all these stories are interconnected because Satya is the common factor in all the stories. I found it very interesting, and you have also the feeling while you read it that it is some kind of a whodunit, and Satya is a detective who solves mysteries. So it makes for a very interesting reading. And since I cannot obviously read the whole novel, I have chosen to read an extract from it. And this extract is from chapter 10 of the novel. I would also like to tell you that this novel has been published by Virasat Publishing, Calcutta, and they have done a very good job of it. A hardcover, hardbound book, a nice cover, and I must say it looks good, and the paper, the print, everything is excellent. So now Satbir Ji's book in my hands, I'm going to start reading, and I'll read from chapter 10. The chapter begins. The next morning, Preeti, who had stayed with Sahil at a nearby motel, came over to my house. She said that Sahil was not to be seen. She did not know when and how he left, but there was not a scrap left behind him to suggest he had ever been present there with her, or even existed. Calls to him said, "This number does not exist." I knew I had to call Kuldeep at once. It seemed he had been expecting my call. He came over and began to question Preeti. He asked, "When did you first meet him? Who connected you? What were your common interests?" Preeti said, "No one introduced us. At a coffee shop in Bangalore, he introduced himself, for he had to share my table since all others were occupied. I told him where I worked, and he said he was a freelance IT consultant. Another time, he bumped into me at a bookstore, and once at the cinema where I was with friends, and he was alone. I never gave him my number and was surprised when he called. Upon asking, he said a friend had shared it, suggesting many common friends. We became friends, in fact, quite friendly. Her eyes brimmed with tears. I could see how friendly that was. He could be in trouble. I'm worried for him, she said. He does not know anyone in Delhi. He came only because of me. Let me see what data you have on him in your devices, your phone or laptop, or anything he may have used his card to pay for, said Kuldeep. Preeti fetched her phone and was shocked to see all memories except contacts had been deleted. There were no pictures, no messages, no mails, nothing. It was ditto with her laptop. She was stunned, not comprehending how this could have happened, for her phone was doubly locked with a fingerprint and a password. She was totally crestfallen and would have fainted if I had not supported her. Kuldeep tried his best to keep her alert. He said, "Don't worry about him. He's a cool operator. He chose you for you probably look the gullible type. He followed you, befriended you, and fooled you. You're not likely to know how he may have used you too, but I'm sure he did. People like you are the fronts they use, the alibis, and they're very kind to you. They will not like to have you suspecting anything. Now listen to me. I know this man from Kabul. Trust me, I never make a mistake. Most likely he's part of their secret service, either recruiting support groups or sustaining their operatives here. India is a friendly country, so they operate safely here, even pretending to be refugees. But their network is global, as you have seen in the blasting of the Twin Towers in New York, as the biggest example. All cogs in their wheels of intelligence gathering, finance transmitting, and many sinister contraband activities are basically aligned, and terror is their major export. Preeti was terrified, and so were we all. Her parents, who had come for the inauguration, simply hung their heads in despair, baffled to know what was happening and had been happening, and that Preeti had been in a relationship. Now, they just prayed Preeti would not get into deep trouble because of him. She could be picked up and grilled by Indian authorities or used as a pawn in some international terror games by Afghan outfits. The scene was frightful, to say the least. Here I'm going to end. I'm sure your curiosity has been aroused as to what really happened to Preeti. Who was this man she had met, and what was he? Was he a terrorist? Was he something else? And in order to know, you must read Hills and Lakes. And Hills and Lakes, as I already told you, is published by Virasat Publishing House and is available online. You can buy it from Amazon. So I would suggest you buy this book, and I'm sure you will enjoy reading it. Thank you very much, and wish you a good evening and also a good night.